Good morning. Back at it. Alright, so I'm going to try to clear the northeast side today. Yesterday I spent most of the day trying to get that guy to work. And as everybody knows now, AI sometimes doesn't always tell the 100% absolute truth. As I spent at least a half hour swapping out 10 amp fuses under there, which is where it directed me, and the fuse in question was actually under the hood after I looked it up in the manual. So still got to work out those issues, which I don't like. I should have recognized the problem earlier on, but anyway, look, I've got a backup camera, and that makes this a whole lot easier. See if I can hit it. Quiet. Way off. Would help if you had good vision too. Let's try that. I think I'm running out of places to drop more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 loads. Well, I can go some more. It takes so long to get the excavator back up the hill. Alright. That slipped right down on there when I drove forward a little bit. Um, oh, it's recording. Yeah, that last branch or whatever I brought up had a vine on it, and I got a pretty good feeling anything that has a vine growing up it is poison oak, just for the record. Also, for the record, two trips ago into the back of the trailer, I dumped that one stump off the tailgate door, and that was not too smart. The thing, especially after putting a bunch of stuff on top of it, I mean, it was a pretty big tree to begin with, but it was really hard to open that back door. Just giving myself a little extra exercise. Alright, this one coming up made a lot of noise from where I was standing. Let's see what it sounds like from your angle. That is even awesome from this angle. Wow, that's really heavy stuff happening. Oh, your battery died. All right. That one right there is pretty much cut. And it's resting on that pine and in the drone. But the plan now, this stud one here, I'm gonna drop it onto this one that's not hanging on by a thread. If I get lucky, they both will come down. Almost got it. Hang on right there. Shoot. That means I gotta get past it and yank it, probably yank it that way. So driving under it will be exciting. All right. It's kind of hard to tell when I'm sitting here doing this, you know, with the video going fast, plus the video I see is blurry, so the processing time is cutting a third. But I cut down a 30-footer or 40-foot tree that was aiming towards the truck, and it actually hit the truck. And it bent my antenna 90 degrees. Luckily, it bent straight back up again, and I'm back in business. But I just wanted to bring that up because just like the worst time for anybody learning a trade that involves risk, it's that after that first year when you get a little complacent and things start to get broken. So I'm wondering how long before I'm going to run into my truck with this machine I'm driving around right now. Anyway, I'm too many times it's too close. All right, carry on. Alright, that tree that just fell down was the one that was cut and didn't come down on its own. So now I'm just trying to obviously clear everything out, but the amazing thing is that this tree I'm trying to pull out was held on by one branch at the very end, and it took quite a while to get it out of there. Madrone is a very strong tree. Unfortunately, for these in this area, I think they were bombarded by trees falling above them, most likely. And that's why a lot of them are missing bark. You know, just a lot of Douglas firs hitting them and sliding down them and such and tearing them up. So this one was kind of in that condition. It was growing, you know, almost horizontal. Anyway, but the inside is kind of alive, as you can tell by the way it's being so difficult. I'm also bringing this up because there's two madrone that are definitely green on the ends and alive just like this one was, but they're almost growing vertically down back to earth. They're going across the road. I'm sure you've seen them. And there's another one the camera might be looking at now that's growing on the other side of the road that's not looking like it's growing the way it's supposed to. Those will be a topic in the future. I might even get them next. It's going to rain all day tomorrow, I think. So sometime on Thursday or so, we'll address that. And speaking of the excavator, the swing, the boom swing piston is bent, plus it leaks. So that's two things going against it, but it can come in very handy if I'm in a spot where I can't put the tracks where I want them, but I have to get a dig to my left, if you will. But it's really annoying because it's always moving downhill like it is. It's pointing to the left right now. So I'm on the verge of trying to figure out a way to where I can lock it in place and then unlock it if I ever do need to use the boom swing, which I've needed it, like when I was digging that trench alongside the road up on the south side of the property. Anyway, this will run out soon, and I'll check in with you guys later.